Good morning and welcome to TARDIS Spider. I'm Terry, and today's video, a week of Blake 7. I will watch the first 5 episodes from the television series Blake 7. I'll give you a slight overview and my opinion at the end. Remember, this is not a review. I am not a reviewer. I do like the show. This will be my 3rd time through watching it. So let's enjoy a week with Blake 7. I'm going to quote Rodney Marshall from his book, Blake's 7, A Critical Guide to Series 1 through 4. The low-budget sets, props, and special effects simply don't matter. In fact, faced with such a powerful Orwellian story about human rights, dictatorship, democracy, and the revolutionary struggle for freedom, the lack of state-of-the-art garnishing can be seen as an advantage. Blake 7 will be about human interest rather than technological glamour, allowing it to stand apart from other sci-fi or space opera television shows. In fact, categorizing or labeling Blake 7 at all seems dangerous. The Way Back, broadcast on January 2nd, 1978. As are all stories in Series 1, this is written by Terry Nation. Terry Nation is also the creator of the series. Once he is clean of suppressant drugs, Raj Blake is taken to meet with the resistance. We learn that Blake has received treatment, and that his family have been executed, and that he was a dissident 4 years ago. An ambush at the secret meeting by masked military guards kill all but Blake. Blake is captured and is taken for treatment again. We learn that reality is a dangerous concept. He is put on trial for crimes against children, of which all charges are totally false. Blake, of course, is found guilty and is to be sent to the prison planet Cygnus Alpha. While in a holding area waiting for space transport, he will meet Villa and Jen. His lawyer, finding out that the entire trial was a farce, tries to discover the truth, only to be executed by the government. Our story will end with our friends in transport to Cygnus Alpha. Spacefall. Raj Blake is in a restraining seat on the Civil Administrative Ship London. During the in-flight briefing, we will briefly see Avon and Gan with the other prisoners. Blake immediately starts planning escape and assembling a team. The ship encounters an unknown space battle. The time for escape is now. Nova dies in the escape attempt, and he is the first of Blake's followers who will die. When they get control of the ship's computer, Avon, Jenna, and Blake will seize control of the ship. Sub-Commander Raker will kill prisoners until the trio surrenders. The captain and the crew will discover a huge ship drifting. They send a boarding party who are killed almost instantly. A third crewman is sent, and he too is killed. Not wanting to lose any more men, they send Blake, Avon, and Jenna, as prisoners are expendable. Upon boarding the ship and studying the controls, they are scanned by the ship's computer. The ship decides that they should be its pilot. Raker goes after them and tries to capture them, but he ends up dying in space. They have the ship, who they have now named Liberator. They escape, and they are on their way to the planet Cygnus Alpha to rescue the others. Cygnus Alpha. The Federation ship London arrives on the planet Cygnus Alpha with prisoners, or as we shall learn, new souls for the faith. While back aboard the ship, Avon, Jenna, and Raj explore. They discover weapons, treasures beyond belief, and they study the controls. The ship will scan them, study them, and decide that they are the crew and it will help them. Back on Planetfall, we discover that Gan is brave and Villa is not. The prisoners are told they have a mysterious illness and that Vargas has the only cure. This will give him supreme power. Blake is captured trying to rescue his friends. He is tortured, for Vargas wants control of his ship to spread his power throughout the universe. He will be defeated, and Gan and Villa will join the crew. The time for running is over. The time for fighting back begins. Time Squad. Now we begin with the crew training for piloting the Liberator. The tension between Blake and Avon over the next mission just grips the opening scene. This is something that will continue throughout the series. A capsule emitting a distress signal interrupts their journey to Saurian Major. Zen refuses to help, meaning that Blake and Jenna transport aboard the capsule. Now, things happen, and Avon, Gan, and Villa must manually bring the capsule aboard the ship. After doing so, they resume course. Upon reaching Saurian Major, Avon, Villa, and Blake will teleport down. There are two bodies in the capsule. They are thawing out. As this is happening, we learn that Gan killed a security guard with his bare hands. The man had killed his woman, so they planted a limiter in his brain. Meanwhile, down on the planet, Callie, the sole remaining rebel fighter, has Blake at gunpoint. She is convinced that she should help them destroy the communications center. Upon reaching the center, we learn that Villa does have one special skill. He opens doors. Up on the ship, we find out that the aliens are alive and dangerous. Jenna kills one. The second overpowers Gan. Jenna manages to kill the second. With their mission on the planet completed, Raj, Blake, and the others are teleported out at the very last second. The third alien is killed, and their mission is complete. We now have Blake's 7. Raj, Blake, Jenna, Avon, Gan, Villa, Callie, and Zen make it 7. The web. Something is wrong with the ship. Something is wrong with Callie. Who is beckoning them? And who are the lost? The ship has been sabotaged by Callie. She is confined to her quarters and repairs are being made. But before they can be completed, they encounter the web. It entangles them and traps them in space. A voice orders them down to the planet, for they can help them escape the web in exchange for something. Blake will teleport down and encounter the Decimas. Gila and Nova will help Blake escape the Decimas and kill one. Blake will discover they need the power cells to survive and that they plan to kill all of the Decimas. This is a story that is really a morality tale. So, who must live? Who must die? One, both, or the others? This completes my 5 stories in 5 days of Blake 7. Well, that was a week of Blake 7. What did you think? What did I think? I think that stories 1 through 3 and maybe stories 1 through 4 could have been consolidated into a movie. Remove some of the dull parts. You don't have to jump up the special effects. But the stories, more compressed, could have been a little bit more paced, a little more exciting. Episode 5, well, this is the pattern that Blake 7 will follow throughout the rest of the series, or at least the first 2 seasons. Things will change sooner or later because Blake 7 does not stay static. Things change. So I hope you've enjoyed Blake 7 and enjoy my recommendations also. Goodbye, good night, and thank you. Now it's October, and recommendations in October tend to lean towards horror films. But to tell you the truth, I'm not big on modern horror films. In fact, I like my horror films to be light. So here's two recommendations for quote unquote horror films: Hold That Ghost and The Time of Their Lives. These are both Abbott and Costello films. One has ghosts, one has gangsters, and they're both fun. So enjoy Hold That Ghost and The Time of Their Lives. Now, I don't know where you can find these. I am fortunate enough to own them on DVD. But Abbott and Costello make for great Halloween films. In fact, I'll recommend a few more before the month is over.